the clergy and the political class have been accused of not saying enough in terms of these Adani deals, that Kenyans are the ones who've been on their own. I won't ask you about the politicians, but do you think the church has said or done enough in this particular issue, on this particular issue?
There is nothing the church have not said. Mm-hmm. The church have released statements from different direction. But before I answer that, picking from where Prof has just left, is that there is something in Kenya we call honesty. Honesty with ourselves, honesty with our neighbors, and honesty is something missing within our culture. And then Kenya is a small village. It's a small book that all of us can read. So when you come up with some dishonest issues in the public, people are able to see beyond what you are talking about. And that is why there is a lot of mistrust all over. And this honesty can even be picked up by high school children. It can be picked up by university professors, can be picked up by farmers, Mama Mboga. Where there's this dishonesty, you'll always have this kind of a thing. Is the church speaking enough? Well, how enough is the church supposed to be enough? The church is very much aware, number one, is that in every structured operation, there must be the king, there must be the judiciary, and there must be the prophet. And if the prophet will not speak on behalf of those who cannot speak, then the prophet, there'll be a problem. And so is the prophet doing her work? Yes. And let's put it clear. There is this perception that the church is against an individual. No church will be against an individual. No church will be against the head of state. No church will be against a particular minister or worker. But the church has a specific standards, the way they operate. They have a calling, and the calling is to make sure they speak on behalf of wananchi. Wananchi belongs to us. We serve God and man. So as we serve man, we are serving God. Right. And so when something happens, do we speak enough? Yes, we speak, and speak it again. The question is, are you listening?
Good question. And we'll get into that a bit more. We'll get into the issue of the church and the state and the relationship that seems to have broken down. But let's take a quick commercial break and pay a couple of bills real quick. When we come back, we'll talk about the economy, corruption, and of course that UHC program called SHA that of course has got Kenya